Use clear, concise, accurate language, free of errors, and make it professional and make it suitable for the readers you are writing to. For example, if you write to your boss, or in another case, you're writing to a colleague that you know well, do you think the tone will be the same? What's that now? No? Sure, right? Because you might be very friendly with your colleague of the same grade, right? But to your boss, then you need to be very careful. So these are the features I have mentioned, right? Now, one thing we'll talk about this is that bullet points. I would say you need to use bullet points, but then some students may overusing it. Then this is a minus, no good, right? And later on I'll talk about this, right? Firstly, then I will go to format, because this is a formal writing, so our format has to be correct. So what does format mean, right? Maybe somebody tells me. Nelson, what does format include? You don't know? Yeah, maybe tell me after 1 minute. I'll look at the watch, the clock. Everybody think about, what does format include? And this is one main feature your email will be assessed. You can ask AI or you can think about this yourself. What does format include? And I will count like one by one whether you have met the requirements of an email format. Okay, 10 more seconds. Kevin, what does format include?
The full name of writer.
Okay. Your name here, right? If you are the writer, and your position if you are writing to a colleague that is senior than you, or to a colleague in another department, then you need to write down your full name and your position, right? But if you're writing to somebody, later on we'll find out. Very good, thank you, Kevin. What else, Vincent's format? What else does it include? One, you need to include the full name and the position for formal email. Next. We'll go back to you with another question, Leo. That's all? Just include the names. Eric, what does it include as well? Other than full name and the position, what else? The format will count. Opening, very good. This is what we call the salutation, right? Kind of greeting the readers, greeting the receiver. So in this case, it's dear all, because it's writing to everybody in the company, right? But in other cases, you may be writing to one person. Yeah, this is the second, it's about format. Next, Nelson. Yes, subject line is important. You need to include it. This is the format of an email as well as to and from. If you use the like Outlook, then this will be added in for you. But for our assignment, then you need to add this yourself, right? So this is done, done. And the closing, right? Complimentary closing. Is that all about the format? What else we need to consider when I am looking at your format? Very good. We have some space use, right? This is also counted as the format. Space use, right? Anything else, Stephanie? So now we have the salutation, we have the email format, we have the subject, we have the closing, we have the full name for formal email and the position, and we have space use. What else will be counted? Stephanie? That's about context though, but format is nothing to do with content. Right. Tommy? Anything else? Skylar? Yeah. Anything else? Format. Format includes bullet points. If you use bullet points, it's format and it's good if you have used it correctly, right? But if you overuse it, you get minus in your grade, right? Because it's abusing, right? Incorrectly used. So that is next. And you can see this one, headings, right? Good point if you use it correctly. But some students almost give headings to everything, then this is no good, right? It's overdone, we call it, right? So you need to judge yourself. To me, AI tends to over give you headings. To be careful with AI emails, right? You need to know that whether you should have a heading for this or for the next idea. So heading is something we can't. And next is about bold, making the words darker in color. I think this one is darker, am I right? Darker, okay. But these are not my intention. Do you think you should bold the words, make it darker? Leo, in your email?
I think it's
Better. Only if the information is really important, right? If not, then you bold a lot of the words, then it becomes meaningless, okay? So, yeah, if you think that the information is super important, bold it, make it bigger, or underline it, right? These are the possible ways you can do. Okay, so these are all the features about format, right? Next then, overall, we should meet this requirement in our email writing, right? Must be clear in the message, concise, short, and clear. If it is short but not clear, then it's no good. Next, polite, courteous means polite. Free from errors, correct, and complete means it includes everything needed for your writing. So in general, then, if we interpret the whole email, then you need to meet this requirement, and you need to look at the overall content, the sentence level, the paragraph level, And or if you want to use bullet, then you can go to the format, right? Okay, so now then let's do one task in the OneDrive. Can we all go to OneDrive here?